I'm going to do a quick video and write an entire offer from my phone. As welcome to the virtual real estate office. My name's Tyler with EXP, and I'm going to show you how I use dotloop to actually write my offers. There is some preparation involved. I should say that up front, and just so people know, I am on a Note 8. And that comes with a little pen that comes with it, so I'm able to use my pen when I do this. But normally I use my thumbs when I'm at home or wherever I'm at. Right now I'm sitting at the office, so it's quiet, so I can record this. But we're going to go from beginning to end on writing an offer and what that looks like, downloading everything, putting it in the dot loops, and then sending that out to the client. So starting out, we're going to be using dotloop for this transaction. I've created a file already, a loop that I'm using. These are some clients that they've put in several offers and have lost. So I already have the purchase agreement already, and I just need to make modifications for it. But if you take the time, you can create templates that make this super easy. Which I do all the time, and I can just upload those templates. All the information is right there, and I just swap in the different text, the different property addresses, and everything. So the only thing that I'm really missing right now is the seller's property condition disclosure statement. And so I'm going to go online, and I'm actually going to pull that off the MLS. And I have a shortcut to the MLS here. Property address. It's here, 160,000. I'm here in the Midwest, Omaha, Nebraska, so property addresses are a little bit lower than the rest of the country. And then at least on this MLS board, if I just select that icon, and there's the hyperlink to download those. So I can hit download. It's going to open it up for me. And then over here, I kind of like the little pen. It shows you kind of where I'm at. So if you see that little marker, you'll see where I'm actually looking, and my mouse kind of would be, or my thumbs would be. I can actually open it with, and I can copy that to dotloop. Send it to the loop that I want. New port, and then put it in the buying documents. And it's going to upload that, and then we're going to be able to fill that out. That's the first one we're going to fill out. And I'm going to show you how to actually drag and drop documents in there. Let's rename this. And let's go ahead and make the modifications on this one. So I need to put initials on the bottom of each page. You'll see this little button there. Once I select that, it's going to allow me to start making the edits that I want. Up here, you'll have an add a field. You can add the initials, and then you just tap where you want it. It'll zoom in for you, and then you can use your thumbs to make the size that you want. And then before you select anything else, you need to select who you want to assign that to. You can assign it to anyone, but I like assigning it person because not everybody's familiar with how to use dotloop, and so I want to make sure that they know exactly where they need to sign. I just swapped over to the next page, so I can do it again on the next page. Again, we're going to add him to this one. You can zoom out by double tapping twice with your thumb and swipe over to the next page. Put initials again. Make sure we add that. Choose a specific person. And actually, while we're doing this, I'm going to put my phone on silent because that could get annoying if people start reaching out to me. On the last page, we have a bunch of different things that my client's going to make sure they're going to review and read. And we will add, the last thing is the signature. It's going to go here, kind of form it to the box. And with dotloop, I always overlap on the date because in the actual signature, the digital signature, it puts the date in there. So I overlap it so it just looks nicer. And there you go. That is the seller's disclosure finished. So you'll tap back, and then I save this property. If I wanted to, I could share it right now and share it, which actually in this case, I'm going to share it with Nick so he can start reviewing that and taking a look at it. And I am actually writing an offer for a client right now. So we're going to share that with him so he can get started on that. He might actually reach out while we're making this video, but hopefully we have enough time to get through this. Okay, so now that we've shared the document, we can see that it's now saying waiting on others. This offer letter, I basically have sent that out to a couple of agents, and it just, this offer letter is pretty cool. I've had people accept my offer when it's been $1,000 lower than the highest offer, just because I tugged on their emotions. So make sure you guys watch the whole video. I'm going to talk about one of my favorite topics, escalation clauses. We're going to talk about that while we're going through the purchase agreement. And if you wait to the very end, I'm going to share with you our cost sheet. I'll tell you a little information about our automated cost sheet that we put together, and I'm going to get that to you. So I'm super excited about that. And stay tuned, and I'll show you how to get that. So here we go. Let's start with the purchase agreement. Okay. So what we have to do is we have to change the addresses. Probably the worst part about doing it on your phone is that they only give you one line for text, and it is not very large. So if you need to make edits or anything like that, it's kind of difficult. But it's still doable. And when we're talking about being a mobile agent and being able to go virtually anywhere, this is as good as it gets, being able to go anywhere. I've done this on vacations, I've been on trips, I've been at home with families, and no matter what's happening here is because I'm editing this document, and I already have signatures. As you can see, his signatures right there. I'm going to push continue, and it's going to remove all those signatures, so we have to start the offer process all over again. Okay. So now we need to actually get the legal description. That's one thing that we don't have here, so we're going to have to go grab that. And I don't believe that the MLS actually has that information here. Let's see, subdivision. Does not. So what we're going to do is we're going to create a new document and actually grab it from the assessor's website. Okay, so here we are on the assessor's website. We're just going to pull that right off of here. Just for the sake of time, I paused that video so you guys didn't have to watch all the details of me grabbing all that information. Nobody wants to sit here and just watch me touch a screen. So we're going to pull that from there and literally put it here. And bada bing, bada boom. So we have all of the, I've already highlighted all of all the things that we want to stay with the property, and we're going to make those adjustments. Back to what I was saying is that being a virtual agent that's why most people really get into real estate, is the ability to be able to just do this from anywhere, have more time with family, with friends, being out on the road, being in front of people. This allows, the technology we have today allows us to be that virtual real estate agent. And so that's what this channel is all about, being a virtual being a virtual real estate agent, being able to be anywhere that you might want to be. Okay, so now that we are putting the meat of the bones on this purchase agreement, they have changed their offer from a FHA to a conventional loan, because in the market that we're currently in, FHA loans are sucking right now. They're losing tremendously. They've put in 4 offers and just haven't been able to win. So that's where we get into the escalation clause that I'm going to talk to you guys about. In a hot market, guys, this clause right here can win deals. It can win deals. The buyer willing to pay $2,000 more than the highest written offer, up to $160,000. So this is actually, we're going to increase this. And see, this is what I'm talking about. You have to scroll over like this to be able to see what you want to see. But when you're competing against other offers, this is the best way to put an offer in and not overpay for the property. In this case, we're actually taking it out because there is not any other offers, and I don't want to disclose to the agent that my client is willing to pay over asking price. That'd be stupid to do that. So we got seller to provide proof of offer. We're going to delete that. And like I said, guys, I'm using a Note 8 for this tutorial. And because we don't have any other offers, we're going to remove the last 2 lines as well, which is basically inspection for informational purposes only. We are having people not doing any inspections at all, and we're going to remove the FHA required repairs right now because there is no other offers. Okay, there we go. We're just going to make this a super clean offer. So anytime you guys want to use technology, preparation is key. Having a list of all the questions that you need answers to is going to be important, or you're going to have to go searching for them. So I already knew that, for example, the SID, which is a sanitary improvement district, was going to be 0. It's a number that I actually have to know. So I knew that. So I have the dates in here already, the title companies that I'm going to be using. I have the spots that I'm have them fill out. If you have a pre-formed fill out template, you can literally select the highlighted ones. You'll select them. Oops. Let me get out of that. We'll save the changes. That's why. You can't change that because I created a template for that, and it automatically put his name in there, which is nice. So if you have another buyer that you'd put in here, let me go back and show you. If I was to put in another buyer here, let's just say Kristen was the other buyer, you can categorize her as a buyer, and it would put her, I have it as listing agent, but it would automatically put her initials in those spots where they need to be to make it super convenient that they just pop in there. But you can drag and drop them also when you're going about doing the offer. All right, so we are not going to do a whole house we are doing a whole house inspection. We're going to add 10 days to that. No home warranty coverage. Termites, if they want to do one, is Bug Z. We have a BAC fee of $5.95 that's already put in there automatically. The offer, we're going to change that offer date. We want to give them till tonight to give us a response. And so we're going to do till 10:30 p.m. tonight because we want a response tonight because we want to win. Nick fills out his information here. I can actually appropriate what I want and who I want to fill out what area. And you create these in your templates. And it's done automatically, and it saves you a ton of time. So you can do this from your phone. We don't have any counters. Oh, here's one thing we got to catch. We got to change this address down here. Got one more address. I already have a spot for me to sign. It signs it for me automatically. And all of the other spots that I want Nick to sign are going to be done right there. We're going to save that. And now normally what I do is come back here and I would send all of these documents. If you look here, I just refreshed it, and Nick has actually reviewed and signed the seller's property condition disclosure while we were doing this. So, as you can imagine, if you had to go and meet them and to sit down and get them to sign this, it would have been forever. But it just saved me a ton of time. So now all I have to do is simply share this, guys. Share it with Nick. He can sign it. It's sent over to him. And voila, we are all done. We just sent an entire offer on your phone. Now what's going to happen is once he signs, I'll get notified. And then I literally will select all of the documents that I want, and I can share them with one of the agents, with one of the listing agents. If they're not in here, I literally go online, which we were, under Chrome. Pull up that property address. And it's going to show her contact information right at the bottom here. So I'm going to copy the link text, and that's Chelsea Molka. And I can add her a part of this transaction. Oh, somebody else signed a document for me. There we go. They're the listing agent. And I'm not going to send anything yet. We're just going to add her to the document, and we'll share that later because I don't want them to receive a document that's not done. So that's it, guys. We are done. Now, thank you for hanging out in there to the end. I know it's been about almost 20 minutes. So for you guys that hung out to the end, let me tell you, we created the next step in this process is going to be putting together a seller's net proceed sheet, or what most agents would call a cost sheet. Now we put together and had somebody, really smart person, use Excel and put together the whole system automatically. So you literally drop the numbers, the time, the dates, and change, specific amounts to your state and your location. And it is done automatically for you. Puts your names in the appropriate spots. It calculates payments, down payments, all of that stuff that you could possibly think of. And so if you just click the link at the bottom of this video, it's going to take you to the video where I describe and talk about that. And you can download it from there for free, guys. And just our gift. If you liked what you saw here, I'm going to be doing a ton of more of these. Subscribe, guys. I appreciate it. This just tells me that what I'm doing is helpful to the YouTube and the real estate community, and I just want to provide some value. So if this was basic good stuff for you, subscribe below. I appreciate you guys, and we will see you soon.